Okay, so I started watching Carnivale on HBO. It's an old show. It came out in 2003. So it's about 11 years since then, and I have never watched this show. It was always on my list of something that I wanted to watch. I never got around to it until now. So I watched the first episode, and then I was like, this is interesting. It's right up my alley with the supernatural stuff. So I was like, okay, let me see what are some other people takes on the first episode, because I like coming to YouTube and listen to people give their takes on shows that I like and their interpretations of different elements of things that I like. It's just something that I enjoy doing. And I noticed that there wasn't much on Carnival on YouTube. Like, I didn't see anyone going through each episode like they do so many of the other, really interesting shows. And I was just like, So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I put on episode 2, but I just paused it right now at this very second. And I was like, you know what? I am going to fill that void, okay? I'm going to fill that void. I'm going to talk about each episode as I watch it. And this is going to be the most bare bone video out of all the videos I plan to post, because I do want to be more, I do want it to be more engaging, because I can understand how looking at a picture of the cast is not very engaging. So I'll try to figure out a way to be more engaging on the next one after I finish watching episode 2. But for episode 1, we get introduced to the main characters. We have Ben, who we discover knows how to heal and even raise the dead, basically. Well, he did it for a cat. I don't know if he can bring a human back to life, or I don't know what that would entail for the environment around them, because I'll talk about the ending in a second. But we were introduced to Ben, our protagonist, and everyone else that's on the that's in the carnival. It's basically kind of like a freak show style of circus folk, traveling carnival, and it's in a lot of poor areas, a lot of poor towns and poor people a long time ago. It looks like it could be in the 20s. It looks, maybe, I'm not sure. But we meet Ben, and then we meet Samson, who's like the manager of the carnival. And not technically the manager, it's someone over him that we do not meet, but he mentions and says that he wants him to bring Ben on full time. So Samson tried that, and Ben was playing hard to get. Basically, he didn't want anything to do with it. Basically, his mother made him think that he was marked by the devil when he resurrected that cat. So he's been very standoffish about his gifts. His gift. So far, that's all I know that he can do, which is a big deal. And then we meet Sophie, who also stands out to be a main character, who is a fortune teller. And she can hear her mother, who is basically a vegetable, but she can hear her talking to her, even though her mother is not actually talking. So I don't know if it's like some telekinesis going on between them. I think that's the word, telepathic, whatever. She they can hear each other's thoughts, basically. And then basically it seems like most of the people that are in this traveling carnival, they all have, not all of them, but a good amount of them have some sort of magical gift. Even the blind man who could see into Ben's dream, he could actually do that. That was intense and pretty cool. And Sophie is a real fortune teller. And then even the magical elements doesn't take away from the grittiness and the poorness of what is going on with these people and the state of the world they're in. You meet all types of people, like the bearded lady, conjoined twins. They have, the topless dancers. And so far I know one of them is a prostitute, Rita. I don't know if more of them are. And then this is him and his observation of what's going on with the with the whole carnival and the carnival folk. And then at the end, when it was time for them to move on, and right before the carnival, right as the carnival was leaving, and Ben saw the girl who was unable to walk from the night before, and he asked her, was she in pain? Did it hurt? And she said, yeah. And she's just in a wagon, just sitting there because she can't go anywhere. So he put his hands on her and he started to heal her. But as he was healing her, all the green grass and plants started to die. So I'm thinking like that when he was doing it, I'm thinking, okay, so that's he's taking the life from the vegetation around to put into the healing of the legs. And then he stumbled back because obviously it showed that healing takes something out of him as well, because he was very weak, but he managed to climb on the back of one of the in the caravan so that he can keep traveling with the carnival. He made the decision that he was going to stay with them when he made the decision to heal that girl. And then they go back to her and like she's limping away, and like but as she's going, every time she passed, the grass around her just dies as she's walking. But I mean, as she's like limping along, but it's like it seems like she starts to get better to the point where she can run. It seems like she's getting better, but as she's getting better, everything is dying. So then it cuts off. So I have questions like, will things around her continue to die? Or does it just continue to die until she is completely healed? Her legs are completely healed, then things stop dying. Is that the way it goes? It's a lot of questions, but good questions because it left me intrigued and also led me to making this lovely video that I admit is kind of lackluster, but it's a start. It's a start. I'm not going to put pressure on myself to try to make these videos perfect or even force myself to do on camera or whatever. I just want to put these out because there's nothing out here about this show. And since I know now that I'm going to be covering each episode, I'll make sure that I take notes as I watch. Because on this first one, I didn't take notes. So I'll make sure I take notes and make the next video more informative, even though I think I did a decent job on this one. I'll give myself a C+ for information. So if anybody happens to come across this video and is happening to watch Carnivale, please leave a comment, like and subscribe because there's more to come, and I'll be back with the review of the next episode. So thank you very much.